8 Colors of the Rainbow is an initiative started by renowned musician Selaelo Selota to address socio-economic challenges faced by South Africans on a daily basis. Now, set to take place at the Baxter Theatre in Cape Town, the lineup will also include musicians Vanessa, Phillips and Jeremy Olivier. The event aims to use, as a way of uniting people in order to promote social cohesion. The project name is also the title of Selota's upcoming album, and the music will premiere at the event. And joining us now is the man himself, Selaelo Selota, to tell us more about this initiative. Mr. Selota, very good morning to you. It's so good to see you. Welcome.
Good morning. Good morning. Thank you so much. It's an honor to be here and talk about the 8 Colors of the Rainbow.
Yeah, it's an absolute pleasure. Yeah, having said that, take us through why you decided to conceptualize 8 Colors of the Rainbow. What is it and what it is about? Well,
I think the idea came up in 2016. When I started feeling those, cross-cultural dynamics that were coming forth from racism to a lack of tolerance and so on and so on, that sparked me to say, an artist like me, the new generation of musicians have got their own space. They love life, they party, they celebrate. What about the voices that have to say something about the social ills of our society? Yeah. Every day, every week, we see something that is happening that is very horrendous. And so I thought, to start with, I should meet with my counterparts from other cultural groupings and form a unit, one voice, a band or a group of musicians that will now start writing music and performing that music that talks about these things. So the core of coming from, of course, the Rainbow Nation, I thought, no, well, the colors have disintegrated. Yeah. It's better to introduce the 8th color of the rainbow, which is the glue to put them together. And what is it? All of us, we need one thing that can bring us together, and one thing that we can give is love. So I introduced love as the 8th color of the rainbow, whereby from home, from the very children that we see that are troubled today, is because sometimes they have not been overcome by that love.
So what kind of issues are you hoping to tackle through these colors?
Racism, as I say, I mentioned one of them. Lack of tolerance between different cultural groupings that are happening in South Africa. I mean, we are far away from what we were like in 1994, 1995. And at the same time, I see the lack of bonding from a family. I've got children, and I see that there's this disconnect with the young generation. And somehow I think the pure love is the one element that can bridge that gap and bring them closer, and then be able to mentor them. So 8 Colors of the Rainbow, as much as it's starting from a very mature platform, it's also going to filter into the young people who are into the arts, and we start engaging them musically, using music as the element that brings them together.
And I suppose love is the biggest glue that binds all the elements of society together. And your album is also titled Colors of the...
8 Colors of the Rainbow.
Yeah, 8 Colors of the Rainbow.
Yes.
How did you come up with that? And tell us, who did you work with on this particular project?
I worked with basically my band, but I got a band, good musicians that I knew that would execute this properly. Okay. And then that's when I invited Vanessa Phillips. Vanessa Phillips, I've met her during my identification of talent in Springbok. She's from Springbok, and also she's from a different musical background. She's a concert pianist who's performing with the Cape Philharmonic Orchestra all the time. And of course, Jeremy, I've known Jeremy Olivier for 22 years. When I was still at UCT, I mentored him. He was my guitar student.
Oh, really?
And therefore, when I saw him coming up with this album, Changing World, where he featured Ladysmith Black Mambazo, he's talking about unity, he's talking about bringing people together. Those are the first people that I started bringing together. Soon we will introduce another young man, Benjamin Lowe, that I've identified from Pretoria.
Okay. Yes. So how can we be a part of this event? I mean, where can you get hold of the tickets?
The tickets are on web tickets. At $250 a ticket, and the concert is on the 23rd of March at the Baxter Theatre next Saturday.
Okay.
Yes.
Any plans of bringing it to Joburg?
It is. The reason for Baxter Theatre is because when I was a student at University of Cape Town, when I introduced my voice, I introduced it into that 600 capacity, and then from there I went into the bigger spaces. So we will always, every year, 8 Colors of the Rainbow is now a legacy project of mine. Every year we will start at the Baxter, and then we will do 3 more in different provinces. So from Baxter, we're going to go and go to Limpopo, Polokwane Cricket Club, which is going to be bigger with many other South African top artists.
What a relief, because this is a definite must-see, eh?
Thank you. It is. I think it's very exciting.
All right. Thank you so much for chatting to us. Eh?
Thank you.
We'll be listening to you shortly throughout the program. Now, that was Selaelo Selota talking to us about his initiative titled 8 Colors of the Rainbow. Now, this initiative is aimed at addressing socio-economic challenges. It is 17 minutes past 8 o'clock. I'll have you